let's get you set for the annual Heart Ball. Healthy food, music, and auction and more will be a part of the 26th annual event put on from the American Heart and Stroke Association.
That's right. There's a major it's their rather major event of the year, and here with more is chairman of this year's ball, Brendan Bussman. Also with us, Larry and Larson Foster. It's great having all of you. How are you?
Very good. Glad to be here.
How does it feel that Larson is totally outdressing all of us?
Oh, I love him.
Absolutely.
Sharp look.
He's so
great.
intuitive. He asked, well, why are there coffee mugs on the
no
table
coffee
with no
in the
coffee?
mugs. Exactly. Brendan, let's talk about the ball. This is a huge event for you guys.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, it's our 26th annual ball. It's our big gala. We always focus on some sort of pediatric issue. Last year we focused on pediatric stroke or pediatric obesity. This year we're focusing on pediatric stroke. It's one of those things that you don't think kids can have strokes, and we're really trying to bring awareness not just to parents so they know what the warning signs are, but also to our medical providers and doctors to make sure resources are here in town. You know, Larson over here is a 4-time stroke survivor.
Wow.
And, you know, we want to bring his story to the limelight because it's stuff the parents need to know about as well as our community.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. I think that's huge. How do you feel being here today?
Well, I feel great.
Good.
You look great.
That's exactly how I reacted the first time a girl told me I looked great, which just happened last week. Tell us, I mean, how cool it is to be involved with this event.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. Spectacular.
Yes.
We'll take that. That's great. And obviously, this is your son. When you think, you know, young boy and stroke, it doesn't cross your mind.
Not at all. Not at all. When it first occurred that day, we actually went to a quick care and an ER twice before we even began to get a diagnosis.
Yeah.
Because you just don't think stroke. And that's actually what we spend a majority of our time doing, is just raising awareness on pediatric strokes and the symptoms of pediatric strokes. While they're similar to adult strokes, you know, you've got the FAST acronym. With children, it can also include sudden headaches with nausea, migraines, vomiting, sleepiness, just confusion. Wow. So a lot of times parents aren't even aware that their children are having a stroke.
Right, right. And that's the sort of awareness that you're going to bring this weekend. And can you
Correct.
talk about some of the other stories that you'll be sharing? Do you
So
mind sharing
our
that?
focus is on the foster family this year, and they'll be our entire focus for the event. It's going to be a great event. We've got it's over the 4 seasons. Wonderful menu planned for our guests, and if you still would like to join us, you're more than welcome to. I know we're going to put the information up later on, but we take a family each time and just highlight their story, going through their entire saga over the last 2 years since Larson had his first stroke, the rehab they've had to go through, the occupational therapy, all the things that they have to do so that people know, A, what are the warning signs, and B, more importantly, what can I do to help be a part of my community? And that's what this is about, is making sure we get people involved in our community so that they know what's going on and they can get behind a cause.
Now, we're seeing some of the warning signs on the screen right now. There's your FAST to a certain extent. What causes this, though?
That's one of those things that you know, there can be a lot of things. I know you can maybe talk about some of the testing you guys have gone through over the course of time, but you know, it's individual of what causes that off of each person. And what happens with, you know, kids like Larson versus what would happen with me with a stroke can be completely different things.
Wow. What puts a child at risk for a stroke? Well, I mean, it's really...
There's so many different causes.
Wow.
His cause was actually a tear in an artery in the back of his neck. Now, what caused that? We don't know.
Wow.
We don't know. It could be genetic. We're still working on that.
Yeah.
After 2 years, you know, we may never get an answer. Could be from a sports injury. It could have been from just sneezing wrong. You can actually tear that artery.
Really?
Wow.
And the symptoms for pediatric strokes in comparison to what adults go through, is there a big difference?
There can be. As Larry mentioned, you know, you've got all the warning signs that you guys just flashed on the screen of the droopiness, you know. But
So that's what I also affiliate with adults
yeah,
who go through strokes.
But like with Larson, you know, he was sleepy. He had a headache. It wasn't, you know, it could be anything. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, the first time it was, hey, he just has a migraine, you know. And so it wasn't necessarily diagnosed because you think kids and you don't think kids can have strokes.
Right, it's
and that's
something
why
else.
that's why we're doing it this year, because it's so important.
And the beauty now is Larson's breaking hearts.
Yes, he is.
With the show. Larson, it's great having you, buddy.
Thanks.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
gentlemen.
much.
Great
Have a
having you.
great
Make
evening.
sure we'll party with you
Thank
this
you.
weekend.
Yes.
26th annual Heart Ball this Saturday at Four Seasons. You got healthy food, music, and auction. All and that and more is a part of it. And get this, 75 cents of every dollar raised stays right here in Southern Nevada. It's a great cause, and donate big. For tickets, just call the number or head to the website on your screen. I love it.
There you go.